Hi, this is Dr. Antelak from the Gentle Dentist, and we are a full-service dental office in Shelby Township, Michigan. We do everything from dental implants to crowns to cleanings, and we really try to do our best to serve the people that we treat, and they trust in what we're doing. And if you ever need to get a hold of us, our phone number is 586-247-3500. And today I have a story from Christine. Christine's been a patient here for a while, and Christine had an issue where we had to replace one of her crowns. And probably one of the most amazing side effects from doing that, I'd like to share with you. And then when she tells her story, I'll summarize maybe some more of the reasons why this has taken place. So, Christine?
Okay. I had a crown put on, I can't even, it's got to be about 10 years. When I had the crown put on, when I went to go home, it actually fell out. So it wasn't put in correctly to begin with. They went to put it back in. I kept telling him it was too high. So I went back 4 times. They kept shaving it down and shaving it down and shaving it down until it was flat. But it never really fit right. But they kept telling me that when they would do that tap, they said it wasn't hitting. So I assumed they knew what they were doing. Then, I don't know how long it was after I was laying on the couch, I realized I couldn't hear out of one of my ears. Never correlated. I never got from one to the other. I just thought maybe it was just something going on with my ear. So I went to an ENT because I was getting dizzy spells, having a hard time going down like stairs would make me really dizzy. Walking anywhere where it was small to walk on, anything where I had to do balance. I had really bad vertigo in the kitchen where I literally sat on the floor a couple times. My husband had no clue what was going on. He was just, I never realized, I just thought there was something going on with my ear. So I went to an ENT. They said yes, they did the tip thing where you get dizzy, and they sent me to a specialist. The specialist did the test and said they thought I had Meniere's disease and to cut out salt and it should solve it. It didn't. I went to an allergist. They did a scope, just said I had like a pediatric, small whatever, so they said that's probably why. They couldn't solve it. I had a CT to my head. They said they didn't see nothing wrong with it. So I just lived with it. My husband just would hold, he knew every time I would need to be somewhere where I had to balance, he would come and help me. That's what he's a good guy. So that's what we did. And then I came here and I was getting food caught between the two. So you said I would probably need a filling in the front and probably replace that because it wasn't quite right. And I was good with that because it's always been flat and not able to chew. There's never been any grooves in it. So I just started chewing on the other side. So he went and did the filling, and then he pulled the crown out, and I could hear out of my ear, and my jaw relaxed. So it must have been making it out of whack forever. So that jaw has probably always been tense, and I never even realized it. But the moment you pulled that out, I could hear. And you made me laugh because you said it was a miracle, but it made me laugh. It was. And he put a temporary on. I was scared to have anybody put anything back in my mouth because I really didn't want anything back because it was such a great thing. So he put the temporary in, couldn't feel it, went home. I could walk down my mom has apartment stairs that are 13 steps. And I literally just walked down the stairs. Didn't have to hold on to the railing, didn't have to hold on to the wall. I went in the car. If I drive, I would be good because I knew what was going to happen, but I drove in the car with my husband. I didn't have to hold on because I used to get really dizzy, and it would make me scared because it was so. We went on a boat, and I could go in the boat, and I wasn't terrified. It was the funnest boat ride I've ever taken in forever. Yeah. and we walk on the dock to go out to the boat. I can just walk by myself. I can walk down the stairs by myself. I can walk with stuff in my hands and go downstairs. I used to just have to throw it down the stairs and then hold on to walk. I haven't had any of the feelings. I used to feel like I was falling back to nothing, and that's all. I haven't had that feeling. I haven't felt like I was going to fall over.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's just all gone.
It's amazing how intricately we're made. So don't put your mask on, and I can talk a little bit about that. So when I called her that night, I had to follow up with my patients, and after I get them numbed up, and she says, "I can't believe I can still hear." She's so excited, and I didn't. So the principle behind this is that if there's one, it was her last tooth, her lower tooth, and the jaw, and that's the one, like a nutcracker. Your jaw joint's here, your ear canal is close to it, and your teeth that are closest back here take the pressure. So anytime you bite down, if that tooth is high in the very back, it can affect everything. A lot of times people get headaches, their jaw starts clicking. For you, it was your hearing, and even everything's happened with your dizziness and everything else. So that was a pretty amazing story. This is probably the most extreme effects it's had of replacing one, but certainly no promises. But I think that if being in tune with occlusion, which is where when the teeth come together, and having an idea of what happens in the jaw joint, and the clarity of that is something I think we do really, we focus on that a lot. And so, if you have any questions about that, you can feel free to give us a call. Did you want to say something else?
Also, I had eye pain, I would get like pain behind my eye. I think it was the sinuses from it not draining. I used to get like you get brain freeze, I would get it in my eye.
Wow.
And I don't have that anymore.
Even one more thing. So it shows how intricately we're made, how God made us to be just a certain way, and how our bodies function that way. So anyhow, give us a call. I can't give any promises like that, that's for sure. But if something doesn't feel right with your bite, it might be something we can help out. So thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.